There's a new beat in town. Welcome to Bullet and Flight Music Store, your premier spot for music, books, and one-of-a-kind novelties. Looking to treat yourself or find a unique gift for the music lover in your life? We make it easy. In fact, you can start your collection today for as low as 44 cents. That's right, world-class finds for less than a cup of coffee. Visit us online at bulletinflightmusic.myshopify.com. Plus, keep the conversation going 24/7 with Bullet in Flight Radio on Podbean. Bullet in Flight. Find your rhythm, find your soul.
I can't breathe. I have migraines, numbness, weight loss. I live with it every day. The illness that I'm suffering from is an anxiety disorder, and it deserves to be treated like any other illness. But it's not.
Waiting for a change to come can be a test. You've been patient and you give it your best. Struck down by life in need of exemption. A glorious day comes soon, it's your redemption. He that relies on, trust and believe it.
Come on, put your hands together.
He that relies on, trust and believe it in Christ.
Come on.
He that relies on, trust and believe it in Christ.
Yeah.
He that relies on,
What shall happen?
they shall have peace, perfect peace. I heard a woman say, I can never trust that way. Never trust a man. Oh, why would I love again? So when God saved her soul, He made her whole. Tears fill her eyes when she testifies. He that relies on, trust and believe in Christ. shall have peace.
Put your hands together.
They shall have peace.
And praise His name.
They shall have peace.
Yeah.
They shall have peace. He that relies trust and believe in Christ.
We shall never be disappointed.
Trust and believe in Christ.
See it, First Peter 5:7. See it says, trust all your cares upon Him, for He cares for you.
They shall have peace. He that relies on trust and believe in Christ. He that relies on trust and believe in Christ. He that relies on trust and believe in Christ. He that relies on they shall have peace.
Is that the end?
Hey everyone, it's your boy Kyrie Sinaj, host of The Takeover with Kyrie, and you're listening to Bullet and Flight Radio, your story, our station, the best progressive Christian network in the world.
Before we jump in, let me ask you something. When you close your eyes at night, are you resting, or are you still braced for impact? Like your body expects noise, fear, or those inner screams that don't always make sound. Today's episode is Chapter 3, and it moves like a dream that keeps changing scenes. It starts with a big, unsettling idea. What if there's a life-giving energy threaded through everything, and we've known about it for a long time, but somehow we still don't know what it means? And then it asks the kind of question that doesn't leave you alone afterward. After digging through the past, after searching through ruins and revelations, could the key to our world's fate be hiding in plain sight? And if it is, what does that say about what's happening around us right now?
That's a heavy opening, but I notice it doesn't stay in that end-of-the-world lane for long. It pivots into something softer, almost like a timeless lullaby.
Exactly. It turns into a promise. A blessing of unity. A vision of rest so pure it feels impossible. The voice in the chapter speaks to someone precious, someone beloved, and says, in so many ways, sleep. Rest. You don't have to scream anymore.
And it keeps repeating that idea, right? Like it's trying to rewrite a nervous system. Not just go to sleep, but you are safe enough to sleep.
Yes. It's not casual sleep. It's a sleep with imagery that's almost too good to be true. A pillow that feels like paradise. Warmth like a quilt. A place where you're not just resting, you're recovering. Like the whole point is renewal. And the dream keeps expanding. You're not trapped in a bed, you're flying. You're drifting in freedom. You're gliding above everything that used to pull you down. It's that fantasy we all have when we're exhausted. What if I could disappear into peace, and nothing could reach me there?
There's also a sense of celebration in it. Like the dream isn't only escape, it's arrival. The ship comes in. The beloved is the shining star. The hero. The loss of his brother crushed him.
And then the chapter does something that surprised me. In the middle of all those images of comfort, the narrator confesses a kind of longing. Not just, I want you to be safe, but I want to be close to you there. A wish to fall asleep in someone's arms, where even the narrator could finally rest.
So it's not just about the person being addressed. It's about the speaker too. Like, I'm watching you enter peace, and I'm still outside it.
That's the tension. The beloved is pictured swimming in love, bathing in unity, racing down a channel of serenity. No fear. No tears. No panic. It's a world where the hard chapter is over. And there's this image of reward, a new garment, a crown, decorated like honor given after endurance. A life where you can dance without flinching. That's what the chapter calls the cream of dreams, not just sleep, but a perfect oasis where the old alarms don't control you.
But then it snaps, almost like waking up.
Right. The voice shifts from blessing someone else to confessing its own captivity. And it's a weird kind of prison, because it's not made of iron bars. It's made of creativity. Just Dominic describes being enslaved to making things, a slave to passion, to expressions of purpose. Like his imagination is a locked room he can't leave. Even empathy, humility, warmth, those virtues, become part of the confinement because they're learned inside the cage.
That's so real for artists, though. People romanticize creation like it's always liberation. But sometimes it's obsession. Sometimes you don't choose it, it chooses you. Lyrics or music come out of nowhere, it seems.
And in this chapter, just Dominic doesn't say, "Give me more inspiration." He says the opposite. "Set me free from needing to turn everything into art. Hide from me the skill of finding beauty in pain. Give me shelter from the storm. Let me live without conditions."
Wow. Even protect me from the rain sounds like I'm tired of turning sadness into something pretty enough to survive.
Yes. The chapter names the trap, an endless universe of possibility that becomes a magnet. The chains aren't made of failure, they're made of opportunity, style, rhythm, perception. It's like Dominic is orbiting creativity until he is dizzy.
And just when you think the chapter has found its core, sleep versus screams, freedom versus captivity, it pivots again into sexuality and mysticism.
This is the part that feels like walking into a candlelit room where an argument is already in progress. The chapter reaches back to a historical moment around the 9th century and talks about a shift, spiritual light being fused with intense desire. It points toward a mystic lover from an Arabian context, and then toward Rumi as a symbol of this blending, touch, tenderness, and devotion being treated like a pathway to spiritual resolution.
And it's not shy about the senses. It describes touch like sparks, like little bursts of light on the skin. Almost like the body itself becomes a temple.
Exactly. It frames self-indulgence like a kind of religion, provocative, maybe even uncomfortable, but intentionally so. Then it goes further, oils, chanting, mixtures, potions, sensual ritual turning into something like traveling into the heavenly realms, a chemistry of desire.
But it doesn't just celebrate it. It interrogates it. It brings in the darker edges too, bondage, piercings, sex used as punishment, power used as pleasure.
Yes, and it asks what a lot of people avoid asking out loud. Are we seeking joy, or are we chasing intensity because we're numb? If pain and pleasure blur together, is that freedom, or is it just another cage? And if someone finds a thin line between hurt and ecstasy, do they find creativity there, or do they lose themselves there?
It also challenges the holy label. Like, if someone says sensual mysticism is truth, how do we test that? Is spiritual healing actually found through sex? And if so, is that supported by sacred teaching, or is it a modern story we're projecting backward?
Those questions hang in the air without easy answers. And maybe that's the point. The chapter keeps circling this theme. Humans want a doorway out of screaming. Some people look for it in sleep. Some look for it in art. Some look for it in pleasure. And every doorway has a shadow side. Then, just when the episode feels like it might collapse from all that weight, the chapter opens a window. Literally. It takes us outside.
That nature section feels like breathing again.
It does. Suddenly we're on a mountaintop, simply existing. There's sunlight, a picnic, something sweet like ice cream, the small luxury of a bench in a park at the end of a day. Just Dominic isn't analyzing the universe, he is watching clouds turn into shapes the way they did when we were kids. There's warmth in the pavement, that shimmering heat you can almost see. And the chapter repeats a clean, steady truth: creation is beautiful, and the creator has no limits.
Then the rain comes in, the symbol of blessings and provision.
Yes. Summer rain that smells like reset. Raindrops that sound like a soft performance on the roof. A candle by the window. Thunder that's intimidating but also mesmerizing. Lightning that draws patterns too intricate to plan. And again, drops of life hitting the earth, splashing into the everyday, turning ordinary cement into something worth noticing.
And it doesn't stop with summer. It moves through the seasons like a slow montage.
Autumn arrives in color, leaves like a masterpiece painted across a whole country. Then winter, snow falling like blankets, frozen lakes becoming places where parents and children glide together. Even icicles melting become a small miracle. And the refrain returns, steady as a pulse. Creation is beautiful, the Creator has no limits.
So how do you connect all these parts? The apocalyptic question, the lullaby, the prison of creativity, the debate over sacred sexuality, and then this nature hymn?
Here's how it lands for me. Chapter 3 is a search for an exit from inner noise. It asks, what calms the screaming in us? Is it rest? Is it love? Is it art? Is it sex? Is it faith? Is it the natural world reminding us we are smaller than our panic? And it refuses to give one clean answer. Instead, it gives us scenes. It gives us a beloved who can finally sleep, and a speaker who can't stop creating. It gives us the temptation to call desire holy, and the courage to question whether that holiness is real or just convenient. And then it gives us the simplest medicine: look at the sky, listen to rain, notice winter light on ice. Let the world be beautiful without forcing it to prove anything.
Maybe that's the life-giving energy the chapter opens with. Not just a concept to debate, but something you can feel when you stop wrestling everything into meaning.
Maybe. And maybe the key isn't hidden in one final revelation that solves the whole world. Maybe the key is learning how to live when you don't have all the answers, how to rest without screams, how to create without chains, how to desire without getting lost, how to witness beauty without needing it to rescue you. Wherever you are listening from, I hope you find one small moment today that feels like the cream of dreams. Not perfection. Just peace that doesn't ask you to earn it.
You're listening to Bullet in Flight Radio, your story, our station. We hope you're enjoying In the World Around by Just, Dominic. Produced by Bullet in Flight Music, LLC. Chapter 4 is next.
Yeah. Waiting for a change to come can be a test. You've been patient and given your best. Struck down by life in need of exemption. A glorious day comes soon. It's your redemption. Realize all. Trust and believe it. They shall have peace. They shall have perfect peace. I heard a woman say, I could never trust that way. Never trust a man. Oh, why would I love again? So when God saved her soul, He made her whole. Tears filled her eyes when she testified that realize all. Trust and believe it. They shall have peace. They shall have perfect peace. So stay on this path of righteousness, and your reward shall be joyful bliss. In your supper you shall also reign. Remember what stays the same. He that realizes all. Trust and believe it. They shall
Hey everyone, it's your boy Creation Captivity, host of the Takeover with Kyrie, and you're listening to Bullet and Flight Radio, your story, our station, the best progressive Christian network in the world.
Most people who consider suicide don't really want to die. They feel helpless, they feel hopeless, they feel worthless. Oftentimes they have problems they don't think they can solve. They don't think anyone else understands, and they see suicide as the only way out.
If you suspect that someone may be suffering in silence, that they may be dealing with suicidal thoughts, it's important to say something, because by starting that conversation, that allows that person to really open up and start to share what they've been carrying with them.
While no one can predict suicide, there are risk factors that have been shown to increase the risk of someone being a victim of suicide. Some important static risk factors include, most importantly, prior suicide attempts. There are about 25 suicide attempts for each completed suicide nationwide. Second, we know that men are generally at higher risk for suicide than women. Someone who is going through depression, someone who's had a recent loss, and someone who's experiencing anxiety, who's suffering with substance use disorder is at higher risk for suicide.
Being a survivor of somebody that died by suicide can be one of the most difficult experiences somebody will have to go through in their entire life. And for that family member to realize that it really is not your fault. Unfortunately, for things like this, there's nothing that family member could have done. And to also realize that whatever emotions they are feeling, it's okay. There's going to be anger, there's going to be grief, there's going to be relief, and that any one of those emotions is okay.
What we're hoping to do is give them some hope, to let them know that people care. We want to start the conversation, we want to help to bust the stigma so that people begin talking about suicide, because that's the only way that we're going to put an end to it.
There's a new beat in town. Welcome to Bullet and Flight Music Store, your premier spot for music, books, and one-of-a-kind novelties. Looking to treat yourself or find a unique gift for the music lover in your life? We make it easy. In fact, you can start your collection today for as low as 44 cents. That's right, world-class finds for less than a cup of coffee. Visit us online at bulletinflightmusic.myshopify.com. Plus, keep the conversation going 24/7 with Bullet in Flight Radio on Podbean. Bullet in Flight. Find your rhythm, find your soul.
Bullet in flight, fly. Bullet in flight.
Your story, our station.